welcome back to my channel. I'm Kate. This is Diamond Painting and Dr. Pepper, and I have another vlog for you today. Yay! I just finished another section of Cozy Christmas Witch. I have about 3.5 rows left until it's done. Still unlikely that I'm gonna finish in January, considering there's like 10 days left of January. But I did finish 2 sections tonight, so that's pretty good. I was listening to the third book in the Dragonheart Legacy by Nora Roberts, and I finished that today. So that is, I think, the 4th book I've finished so far in January, which is awesome. That one I had to put on hold for a while I was doing my big reread of the Stormlight Archive, and so I was happy to get back to it today and finish it up. It was good. And then I started, because it's releasing, released today at midnight, Onyx Storm, the 3rd book in the Empyrean by Rebecca Yarros. Yeah, the new 4th Wing book. I figured I was in between books and I had an Audible credit and I've read the first 2, so I might as well read the 3rd one, although I have several books on my list to read, so I won't run out anytime soon. But yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and see what that one was all about. It's not my favorite series ever, but I'm already committed. I've read the first 2, so I'm gonna keep going. I think there's supposed to be 2 more books after this. Anyway, it's a bit jarring being dropped back into this one after finishing both the Stormlight Archive, When in Truth, and this Nora Roberts book, which in my opinion are written a lot better. So it was a bit of a, like, to end those and then start this one was a bit of a, like, rush of bewilderment for a minute there to get back into the way it's written in present tense first person, which is not my favorite, but we'll see how it goes. I know a lot of people are excited for this one, so at least I can join in the fun while it's fresh and new. But it is almost 3 a.m. and I have to get up early tomorrow for a meeting, so I think I'm going to try to go to bed a bit early if I can manage to fall asleep, and that'll be good. So I just wanted to come on here and say hi to you guys, and I'll catch you in the next clip. Oh, and here is the update for Cozy Christmas Witch. This is how far I've made it on my current row. So I'm about halfway through that row. And then we'll be getting up into the last 3 rows. Super exciting! Matt is starting a new stained glass project, and it's his biggest one yet. It is a giant ocean scene that is gonna go in our front window by the door where the dogs like to look out. And the cool part about it is, down at the bottom here, he's gonna put some clear glass in this diving helmet so the dogs can look through, and from the outside it'll look like the dogs have a diving helmet on. It's gonna be epic. But yeah, he drew all this freehand and just figured it out. There's fish, there's a seahorse down here, an octopus down there too, a jellyfish, some more fish, and then up here you have the sun and some birds and trees. It's so cool. I think it's gonna look epic. Hey guys, it's Tuesday night. I just finished going through another drawer in that dresser back there and removing some of the art supplies and kind of shuffling them around so I could use it for some of the stuff I have out here on my desk. I really just want to try and declutter my space more because it's been getting to me lately how much stuff I just have out all the time. And so anyway, some of the things that I just found in there were some markers that I tested, and I'm pretty impressed because these are like a cheapo brand of markers that are like Crayola Super Tips. They're Pro Art brand, and I've had them for so many years, like at least 4 years, probably more. and only like 5 of them were dry, which is pretty amazing. So the rest of these, they're all still good. So they're water-based markers. So I might try using them in my sketchbook a little bit more because they won't like bleed through the paper to the other side and stuff. And there's lots and lots of colors. So that means I have to actually use my sketchbook. I am so close to being done with this sketchbook, but I haven't finished it because I keep, not wanting, I don't like what I have in here already. Like, I'm not happy with most of the pages in this sketchbook that I've already previously done. Okay, I happened to open it to one I am proud of, but like this is so ugly. I was testing art supplies and stuff and I hate it. I don't like most of what's in here because it's so old. I started this one so heckin' long ago. When was it? I like my title page. I started it in 2019. So it's time for it to be done. I do like this page of all the Pokemon I did. But there's only like 6 spreads left in here that are empty. So I do want to finish it up, and maybe if I did most of the time I just don't know what to draw. But maybe if I did some marker drawings in there and just tried to draw like some fan art or something, I could finish it up and start fresh with a new sketchbook. And I already started my watercolor one that I plan to do like painting pieces in, but as for just like sketching with pencils and markers and pens and stuff, I have several sketchbooks waiting for me to start them once I finally complete this one that's been a work in progress for 6 years at this point. It's frustrating me. I need to just get it done. But so I haven't diamond painted at all tonight because I've been editing my vlog and getting that ready to post for tomorrow. And then I was doing this organization thing. And so I've been working on Cozy Christmas Witch, planning to start my Disney DP along in February. But my husband is going to go visit his grandma. She's 92 and she lives in like a retirement home. About an hour away from us, and he's gonna go visit her this weekend. And she's a huge fan of Mickey and Minnie, so I'm wondering if I should do the Mickey and Minnie kits for her, or at least one of them, and have him take that up to give her as a gift. That would mean I'd have to do that, in the next 3 days, which should be doable. But also it would mean I wouldn't get to keep them, which is okay. I could always buy them again if I really wanted to. But yeah, I think she might enjoy having those in her room or whatever. And I could get one of those or some of those little magnetic frames for her to hang them with. So, but that means, I'm definitely not going to finish Cozy Christmas Witch this month anyway. So I might as well just go ahead and start those a little bit early and see if I can get them done by the weekend. But that'll have to be starting tomorrow because it is almost 4 a.m. and yeah, I definitely am going to go to bed soon. I had to wake up early today for a meeting for work, and I did go back to bed for a little bit afterwards because I was really tired, but I didn't get much sleep, so I'm still really tired. So I'm gonna go to bed, but I do feel like I got quite a bit done this evening, and I'm pretty happy about that, even though I've had like some spikes of anxiety for no reason tonight. I hate that, but it's like I feel like I'm forgetting something, or somebody's mad at me, or there's something I'm missing. I hate that, but going from experience, it's probably fine. It's just my body doing this thing that it does, and I'll be better tomorrow. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Catch you later.
Oh, 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 it happened again. for too long and I woke up at your place again. And all this time we said this would end. Instead we completed that both of us needed more than a friend. Thought he'd be someone else, that it would take me a while. But right next to you now I'm sleeping, no rhyme or reason to that. If this is what love is, then it's worth the while. Can't get enough of this, thought of you as mine. I'll stay for a while and I'll be here when you're back again. And all this time I was right where I stand. Thought I'd had to search for the love that was right here, my best friend. Thought he'd be someone else, thought it would take me a while. But right next to you now I'm sleeping, no rhyme or reason to that. If this is what love is, then it's worth the while. Can't get enough of this, thought of you as mine. It happened again. I've stayed for too long and I woke up at your place again. If this is what love is, then it's worth the while. Can't get enough of this, thought of you as mine. If this is what love is, then it's worth the while. Can't get enough of this, thought of you as mine.
Man, she was doing so good. Him too. Can't do one without the other. So I finished this Minnie Mouse one yesterday. Today is Friday the 24th. I finished this yesterday. I had started it the day before that, and I can't remember if I talked about why I was working on this earlier. I think I did. My husband is going to go visit his grandma tomorrow, and she loves Mickey and Minnie. So I finished Minnie, and now I'm working on Mickey and trying to see if I can get him done all in one night tonight. I am almost halfway done, so I think it's possible. It's only not quite 11 p.m. So I should be able to finish this tonight. I just might be a little sore. And then I'm just gonna steal some of my frames over here from my kits that I've done previously and put these in those and then buy more frames for these. So my sister-in-law gave me these really cool washi tape dispensers today, and it's especially neat because they stack. And I can just like set them on my desk and use them to dispense washi tape, which is really fun. So I went and chose a few of my favorite washi tapes from my drawers, and I'm gonna go ahead and stick them in here for when I want to use them. But yeah, that was really thoughtful of her. I love this. So I learned something new today. Apparently, if you wait too long to open and use washi tape, it completely loses its sticky. Like, there's nothing sticky about this washi tape. So that's a bummer. That happened to a couple of ones that I hadn't even opened yet. So I had to check. And of course, I noticed it after I already had put this on the very far side where I can't get it off without interrupting all of these guys. So it's just in here. But then I had to check all the rest of them to make sure they were still sticky before I put them in here. And yeah, they are. But some of them definitely less sticky than others, so hopefully they still work. Hey guys, it's Monday night. I am not sure how much footage I have for this vlog. I'm on here to say goodbye, but if there's not much footage, then I might just combine this weekend next week. Sometimes I do that. This weekend, well, today was my son's birthday, Casey's birthday. He is 16 now. And so this weekend we had his party, and you'll have seen a little bit of footage from that, but he wanted to go to Olive Garden, and he wanted to have his friend and his cousin come stay the night and have a sleepover, so we did that. So it was pretty noisy in the house. I didn't get a whip and chat filmed, just too much going on. I'm not in the best headspace, so we're back to that again. So far it's just continuing to get worse as far as the things going on in the outside world that are contributing to my headspace, that are even worse than like my fears. So
it's been hard in America. It's been tough feeling sad. It's been hard in America. I never thought it'd get so bad. I wish that I had a big jet plane and fly the tears away.
hey guys, I think I've decided I'm just gonna continue this vlog on. Today is Thursday already, and I haven't really vlogged much. Let's see. Yesterday, Fletcher and Charlie were here just for a visit for Casey's birthday, and we played lots of games, and they gave Casey a gift card to Barnes & Noble, so we went there, and Casey got 4 books, and he has already read almost all of the first one. Apparently he's reading 23 books right now, all at once, so I wish him luck on that. I'm reading Onyx Storm. I am 66% of the way through as of tonight. I just finished another section on Cozy Christmas Witch, which finished up a row. It is currently 4 a.m. on the 31st, so I'm probably not going to be getting any more work done on this kit before March. I have 3 rows left to do on it. And for February, I'll be doing Disney kits. So here I'll show you what I've gotten done so far. So today I finished off this row right here, this section, and I have the top sections all done, you can see. So it's just these 3 rows in the middle left with our girl there and some fun details. I'm looking forward to working on it in March, and it shouldn't be long before I get all of that done. So yeah, I'm thinking March I'll definitely have this completed. I have already completed 2 of my little Disney kits, as you probably saw earlier in this vlog. So I am going to do the other 6 of those in February and then start working on retro stitch and see how much of that I can get done in February. Tonight I have to do a at-home sleep study. So I'm about to go upstairs and put on the little gadget and sleep in the guest room because apparently it can make noise and stuff during the night and tell me if I need to move or whatever, and I don't want to wake Matt up while I'm wearing this thing. So I'm going to sleep on the guest bed. Whew, this is a good look, right? Well, this ought to be fun. You know what it reminds me of is back when I was a kid, there were these hats that you could get that had like a place on either side for like drinks, and then 2 straws would come out of the drinks and you could like drink from the straws in the hat, and that's kind of what this is reminding me of. But, you know, whatever. We'll see if I have sleep apnea, I guess. I don't think I do. But they wanted to test this because we were talking about getting my tonsils removed. And if my tonsils are preventing me from sleeping because they're causing sleep apnea, then it would be another reason to get my tonsils removed. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Here's a little update on Matt's progress on the stained glass project. He has gotten quite a bit of it done so far, and yeah, it's turning out great. He also helped me do some silicone in this aquarium that used to house our fish. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. February's mini dazzle is done. I'm finally starting this book because I finished Onyx Storm and I wasn't sure what to read next, and I've been meaning to read this for a while so I can figure out whether I like it enough to buy all the rest of the series. I bought it because I love the cover and I love the covers of the rest of the series too, but I'm not going to buy the rest if I don't like the book, so I'm going to start this one. Hey guys, it's been a while since I filmed an update for you, so I thought I would check in while I am working on the last section of my first Disney kit for the Disney Fan DP Along that is happening this month that I am hosting, and this is the first kit I'm finishing for it. So today is February 2nd. Sunday, and I have been diamond painting most of the evening after running some errands and doing chores earlier today. I didn't wake up till, I don't know, 2. I let myself kind of just sleep as much as I wanted this weekend, which I don't normally do because it usually ends up with me sleeping most of the day away. But I haven't been very mentally healthy lately. So I thought if I could let myself sleep in as much as I wanted to, then at least I would have a rest from the way I've been feeling, and that might be healthier for me than anything else. So that's what I did. Yesterday I slept till 3 p.m. and today I slept till 2. And last night I didn't diamond paint. I did a little bit of pixels. I'm working on a bookmark. About halfway through it now. And I was listening to the end of Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. It's the third book in the Empyrean series. And I finished it while I was working on my Pixels bookmark. So then I decided to start a physical book instead of jump into another audiobook right away. So I picked up a book that I've had on my shelf for a while. You'll have seen some clips of that from last night. And I'm really enjoying it so far. It's called The Night and Its Moon by Piper CJ. And it's darker than I expected, like theme-wise. I don't know why that I expected it not to be that dark, because I did read the blurb before I bought the book, and the blurb kind of talks about some of the themes in it. But I don't know. It's still really good. I'm liking the way it's written, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. So I actually tried to stop reading at like 5 in the morning and go to bed. And then my husband, for some reason that I'm unsure why, had left my nightstand light on, which he doesn't usually do. So when I went to bed, my light was on, and that meant I could read some more. Usually the light is off, and if I were to turn it on, it would wake him up. But since it was already on and he was asleep, I was like, oh, this sounds like a good time to read some more. So I read more of my book and didn't end up going to bed till like 6:30 a.m. or something. So that's why I slept till 2. That, and I'm just letting myself get the rest. But yeah, today I wanted to diamond paint, so I started another book that was on audio, Bastille versus the Evil Librarians, which is kind of a kid's book, but it's written by Brandon Sanderson, and it's the 6th book in a series that I read to Casey when he was younger. The 6th book came out just a couple of years ago because it came out later than the other 5, and it's the conclusion to the series, and I wanted to find out what happened. So I finally read that one. It was only like a 4-hour audiobook. Would have been 8 hours, but I listened on ×2 speed. So it was an easy, quick little listen, and kind of silly and good for escapism. And then I still wanted to diamond paint because I want to finish this kit tonight. So I started another Nora Roberts book called Inheritance, which is the first in a new trilogy that I haven't read called I think it's called the Lost Bride trilogy. And my dad actually bought me the second book for Christmas because he'd seen me checking it out at Costco when we were there together. And so I want to read the first one so that I can eventually read the second one, which I own. So I haven't gotten far into it at all because I just started it, but then I decided I wanted to update you guys on what's been going on. So I didn't get a whip and chat up today just because of stuff. I don't know. For some reason I can sit and chat to you guys in the vlog, but the thought of filming a whole whip and chat seems overwhelming right now. Don't ask me why. I'm literally doing the exact same thing I'd be doing if I was filming a whip and chat, but I don't know. So so this is what I can do. This is what I'm doing. But to update you on some of the clips you might have seen leading up to this, our aquarium, and I don't know if I talked about this. I can't really remember what I talked about and what I didn't, but our aquarium in the living room was leaking around the top edge because my husband had some plastic that was kind of covering an open spot on the lid, because koi are known for jumping and we didn't want them jumping out. We had 2 koi in that aquarium. And the water was kind of leaching up through that plastic and dripping down the side of the aquarium, unbeknownst to us, and had gathered around the base of the aquarium and actually started warping the top of our stand that the aquarium is on. And when that happens, if the aquarium is like a 75-gallon aquarium, it was pretty big, and it's got like 600 pounds worth of water in it when it's full. And if you put that on a surface that isn't completely flat, it can cause the glass to shift and it can shatter. I don't think it's super common, but that's what we were worried about. And the warped top of the stand just made it not a good idea to refill it with water once we emptied it. So we emptied it, we took the fish out and put them in a large tub, and decided we weren't going to fill it up with water again because we don't want to risk it breaking and getting 75 gallons worth of water all over our floor and all that stuff. So we did end up giving the fish away, which we're both kind of sad about because they had a lot of personality. Like, if it was always my job to feed them dinner, and my husband fed them breakfast, and we fed them, like right before we feed the dogs. But if by any chance another person happened to walk by their tank after they'd already had food for the day, they would act like we'd forgotten to feed them, and they'd wiggle and they'd be like, "Hey, we're still hungry. Nobody fed us. You should totally feed us." So they'd flat out lie to your face. And they were such characters. And towards the end there, if I just tried to drop their food pellets in, one of the koi would always steal the other koi's pellet. So I had to be creative and like drop one on one end and then one on the other end, and pretty much have the koi take them from my fingers. Like, they were so tame that they would eat out of my hand. And I'm actually really sad that we had to give them away. But we didn't want to either spend money to buy a whole new stand for the aquarium or spend money to buy a smaller stand and a smaller tank. So we just kind of put an ad up on Craigslist that they were available for free for anybody who could give them a good home, and we had a nice lady and her son come and pick them up to go in their new tank that they were setting up with some goldfish. So I'm hoping they'll thrive in their new environment. But that left our big 75-gallon aquarium empty, and to my shock, my husband suggested that we let one of the snakes live in there, which my husband is not a snake fan. He is a snake tolerator. He knows that we have 11 snakes in the house, but he doesn't necessarily want to be confronted with the sight of them on a regular basis. So up until now, they've always been either in my office or in the garage or in Casey's room, just places that aren't where my husband often hangs out. But I guess he's gotten a little bit used to them over the years, and now he's suggesting, because I mean that aquarium has to stay on the stand, which is supported even under the house with extra like 2x4s so that the weight is extra supported. So it has to be in the living room where it's always been. And he's the one that suggested we put a snake there right in the living room. So I'm happy about that because it's a very, very large tank. So I'm going to put my largest snake in it, and she's going to have some extra room to mosey around. And that means I can move my youngest snake out of a tank that's a little bit too small for him at this point and get him into a larger space. So I'm really grateful that my husband was okay with that plan. And this, over the weekend, he actually helped me to, well, I mean, I guess I helped him to set up the new heating pad that goes under the aquarium, along with the sensor that has to go into the aquarium to sit on the heating pad, so that the thermostat can know how hot the heating pad is so that it adjusts the temperature correctly and everything. But we silicone that in place so that it doesn't move around and the snake can't, if we tape it, the snake can maybe lift up the tape and it can get stuck on their scales and it can hurt them. So instead, it's just covered in silicone and it can't be messed with. And then he helped me silicone in some decorations, like a big branch that I had previously had in one of my other snakes' aquariums that he had kind of messed up. So we were able to get that put in the new setup. And the silicone is still curing, so I haven't moved her yet, but my snake Eily is gonna be front and center in the living room, and I'm waiting on a new hide for her, and I just got a new water bowl in for her today, so I'm excited she gets some new digs, and I hope she likes the extra space. But yeah, that was a long day of emptying that tank, and it took all three of us to kind of move it from the stand onto some chairs so that we could check out the damage, and it took a long time. But yeah, so that's an update for there. And then other than that, this weekend, I've just been preparing for when Katie comes to visit, which is this week, and I'm very excited to see Katie again. We haven't seen each other since my husband and my son and I drove down to California. It'll be a year ago in April. And I just was able to get away for the evening. Katie came and picked me up and we hung out for just a couple hours while we were down there going to Disney and stuff, so that we could just kind of reconnect and say hi. And it wasn't much time, but I was so grateful that we got that time. And now we get a really long weekend together, so I'm even more excited. It's kind of an early birthday present for me because my birthday is this month in February, and I just really wanted to have Katie come visit for my birthday. So that's what we're doing, and I'm so excited. And we're going to have a weekend full of diamond painting, and we might go to the casino and get into all kinds of trouble. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear my dog Lucy snoring. She's laying next to me and not being very quiet about it. So anyway, I'm guessing this vlog is going to be a bit long because I decided to combine it with last week, and this clip alone is already 15 minutes long, so this might be a long one. So thank you if you have come all the way through it with me. I appreciate you. I did try to close this vlog out last weekend at the usual time, and I couldn't get through closing it out without bursting into tears because of the current situation with my country and what's going on, and I'm just not handling it very well. And I feel very helpless and frustrated and angry and all the things. And I was just really emotional about it when I was trying to close the vlog last weekend. So I just decided to continue filming and not edit. It's really hard for me. I've been struggling with filming content for this channel because of everything that's going on in the country right now. It feels insensitive to continue my channel and life as normal when everything that's going on is not even close to normal. So that's been a struggle for me mentally, to be like, no, it's okay. It's okay to continue living your life and connecting with other people and doing your hobbies and all that. Just also be aware of what's going on. And I see a lot of things out there like, you know, resist and don't let all this happen, but they never say what you can do about it as an individual person. And that seems to be frustratingly little. If you're just some random person, you know, like I am. So I'm struggling with that a lot. Like, I hate what's happening and I don't know what I can do to help fix it. But there is a protest being set up for all 50 states in the capitals of all 50 states on February 5th, which is this Wednesday. And I'm considering going to that if I can get the time off work. I don't know if it'll do anything, but when there's frustratingly little you can do, you kind of want to jump at any opportunity to do something, anything. So I know this channel isn't a channel about politics, and it won't become one, but these things are very directly affecting my life and the lives of my family members. And this channel is about, you know, my daily life. So I felt like it was appropriate to at least say that I'm disgusted and terrified with what's happening in my country, and if there's anything that I can do as a single person in the world, I'm gonna try and do that. And I'm sorry if things are also affecting you in a negative way, and I hope we can lend each other strength to get through this dark time. So anyway, I'm gonna end that there, and I guess get back to listening to my audiobook and finishing up this kit, and then I will probably go ahead and end the vlog there, guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this vlog. I hope that your week is going okay, and I will DAC you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.